Yeah, that station, go ahead again. That was Kilo Germany 4, Whiskey X-ray uniform. Did you get that, Ted?
I'm writing it down on your say-so there, because I can tell he's there, but that's it, because I got a S9 noise level, so, you know, if you're not S9, I'm going to be challenged.
Hey, double.
Yeah.
That's Bill. Is that right, Bill, down in Nashville? Okay, he's in Nashville, Ted.
The land of Corky's barbecue.
Oh, you got a minute left. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. The last minute. Who else wants to check in? This is K1QAR. I guess I'm going to be nut control here with my S8 noise level, so you got to talk loud. Any relays?
Rich, are you doing the net logger?
Yes, I am. It's up.
Well, I think it's time. One last call for check-ins here. This is K1QAR. Name of Ted. I'm the net control for the short and sweet net. Check in if you dare.
I dare. K10F, good evening.
Hey, Rich. Here's a tail gunner. Who else? Anybody else brave enough? All right, Larry, get your hand on the microphonium there. It's all yours. Lead off for us.
Okay, very good, Ted. Good evening, all. K1QAR, net control. This is W2LB, Larry, out in Farmington, New York. And running my 100 watts into a 60-meter dipole up at about 45 feet. And I'm hearing everybody quite well. Notably 15 over 9 for QAR and into XSG and to W2SBS. Don, WB1GGL, you're about an S9. Let's see, Whiskey Mike, you were an S8. Bill, you were an S8, KG4WXU. Rich, you were 20 over. Great signal. Okay, that's the signal reports, and we've been having fun checking in and out of this net. I recently got on last night Friday night with a mobile, and was amazed at the propagation that the mobile signal actually provided. People were able to hear me. I don't know if they noticed much difference with my base station versus the mobile station, but just using a ham stick and a 100 watts in the mobile, a trunk-lid mount ham stick antenna, that's what I was using for those of you that heard me and didn't know what I was using. And there we go. And let's see. Oh, it's over to Rich, W2SBS. That's all yours, sir, W2LB.
All right, very good. W2LB and the short and sweet net. W2SBS, beautiful downtown West Webster, New York. Really, it's not that bad though. 50 degrees. It was a pretty decent day. Not nice, not much sun, but we did have a decent day. Boy, it gets dark in a hurry after we losing our daylight savings time. 4:30, 4:45, and you're looking at darkness out pretty quickly. My wife and I bought one pair of shoes in the 2 hours or something she was gone, so I guess it takes a while for ladies to buy shoes. I'm not sure. We did go bowling today, and I'm not a very good bowler, but I guess I have slowed my bowling speed down, and it has really hurt my bowling. Yeah, the pro was supposed to be the first game. I had a very poor game, about a 140. And he said to me, "You got to bowl faster than that." And I said, "Well, you know, I'm pretty old. I'm 84 years old. I don't want to put my shoulder on." He said, "No, you got your footwork is all screwed up." Told me to decide and showed me a couple of things, and all of a sudden I went from 9 miles an hour to 11, and the ball was much more controllable. So I threw a couple of 170. So I was happy with that. So that was a good afternoon for me. And I guess tonight we're having leftovers. Brenda made great meatballs yesterday with pasta, and we had an arugula salad with pears and blue cheese, and a pumpkin pie for dessert. My son was over with my grandson and his girlfriend, so we had a nice evening. Tonight's leftover night, and I like that. I ate the sandwich relatively late, so I hope we can eat late, because I'm not going to be very hungry, but we'll figure it out. Over you, Mr. Lou. Goes over to Jordan, New York. N2XSG, W2FBS.
W2FBS, N2XSG. Thank you, Rich. Good afternoon, Larry, Rich, Jim, Don, and Don, and the NT7J, Don, and I forgot the name on the WMM, but we're going to get it. Bill and Rich, K1OF. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good to hear everybody. Today was a Monday morning for us. Our oncologist day was, actually it's Thursday, but we had blood work and CAT scans today. So it took up most of my morning, and then the wife and I had a delightful lunch, which we very seldom ever do in the middle of the day. So consequently tonight is tomato soup. Tomato soup and crackers. But it's been a kind of not bad day. Got my Roku installed thanks to Netflix, who said my TV was too old, even though it's a 2012 TV. So I found the Roku and got that installed. I ran a new network cable for it, and it works really slick. So now we got Prime and we got Netflix. So other than that, it's been a pretty decent day. Over to N2JEB, looks like the next up in line. Go ahead, Jim. That's N2XSG.
Well, thank you there, Lou, N2SXG, N2JB. Well, my goodness, everyone, it's been one of those days already. Got a lot of 3D prints to do. I've got about 60 prints to do for a gentleman, and it's been quite a project. And I'm still working at it because it's a new printer as well, so it's a larger printer, so things aren't quite as good as they were with a smaller printer. But I could only do one at a time on the small printer, and I can do 4 at a time on the bigger printer. So I get it dialed in, it'll be doing good. With that, we'll turn it over to Don, WB1GGL, N2JEB.
Okay, N2JB, WB1GGL. I don't have too much to add there. Just listening here. Like I said, the weather up here has been cool. It's 24 this morning, and it did manage to make it 40 by noontime and went back down again. Other than that, that's about it. I don't do a lot of gab. I listen around. I listen more than I talk, and to the different places there and stuff. And but I do like to do CW there. I did a lot of that years and years ago there, and I've kind of lost my touch. I got to practice up on that. But does anybody, changing the subject, does anybody know, do you hear any more on what they're going to do with this band, if they're going to make us drop our power down? Because all I'm running is 100 watts with not a folded dipole, but just a dipole. So I was kind of curious on that, if anybody heard anything. And I don't know who if I turn it back over to Ted or whoever, I'm not good at these round tables. I get lost. I'll turn it over to Ted, the net control there. So K1QAR, WB1GGL.
All right,
end of this month, 28th, so, which is more or less the end, I guess. So we're going to find out later rather than sooner. I think next it's Whiskey Mike. Go ahead.
You there, Mark?
Mark, wiggle your ears.
Oh, after that comes Don, I guess, the other Don. So I guess Mark has gone somewhere.
Yep. Okay, other Don, it's yours.
Okay. K1QAR NT7J. Well, good evening, everyone. The band seems to be in a lot better shape than it was yesterday. My noise level is back down to an S3, so that's a good thing, and the signals seem to be up. I'm hearing everyone really well. Anyway, today was 66 degrees and bright and sunny for the most part, and I cleaned up my truck and got it all pretty. I don't know why. It's probably rain and get it all dirty again, but anyway, that's what I did today. Tomorrow, I got to spend all day. I'm a poll worker, so I'll be doing that. So don't forget to vote tomorrow, whether you vote right, left, or goofy, which leads me to wonder, is Goofy a dog, a wolf, or a cow? Anyway, let's turn it over to a KG4WXU NT7J.
Go ahead, Nashville. Jerry in Nashville.
He's on there.
Copying about every other person. I'm only running 15 watts, so probably not being heard too good. And we had a 80-degree day here and a ground up in Lane, and I meant to check back to see if anybody's hearing me, over.
He's coming back. KG4, Whiskey X-ray uniform. Do you copy? All right, yeah, it's your turn, and I think I'm probably the only one that heard you. So, anyway, so we're turning it back over to Ted. No, actually it's going to Rich, K1 Oscar Foxtrot.
Go ahead, Rich.
Okay, I got it. Well, I'm very sorry to say I did not hear the Whiskey X-ray uniform or Quebec or the KG4. I could tell there was a voice there, but I couldn't read you. My name is Rich, R-I-C-H, and I'm in Westport, Connecticut, right on the coast of Connecticut, about 45 miles outside of New York City. Anyway, we had a nice day here. Did a lot of different things, blew leaves in the front lawn. Luckily, my wife enjoys getting out there and making the lawn look nice, so we worked together, got the lawn, got a few of the leaves, got all the leaves on the front lawn sucked up, so that was good. Then I worked on the furnace. I've been having some control issues with the stack controller, and a friend of mine happened to have a spare one, and he gave me, so I put it in. I'll know tomorrow morning if it's working right. It seems to work right, but we'll see if the heat comes on. Not that I really need heat. It's not that cold, but I do want to get that problem squared away. Anyway, Larry, your mobile signal from the other night was very good. The Hamstick, I think this is a great band for mobile. I used to run a lot of mobile on here, and I always had very good luck. And Rich, fine on your bowling. 84. I didn't think you were that old. I thought you were my age. I'm just teasing, but to be bowling, that's good for you. You can throw the ball down the lane. So anyway, Lou, you made a comment, XSG, about the oncologist. I'm so sorry to hear you have to go visit those guys. I went to mine, and so you know, I know what you're going through. I'm not too sure that what's going on with you, but that's always a flag. So whatever. Anyway, new calls. Don, GGL. I don't know where you are, so be curious to find out where you're located. So with all that, and Don, you made a comment about voting. Yeah, good idea. We're definitely going to get out tomorrow morning for sure. Make sure our local government is doing their job. So with that, back up to Ted, up to K1QAR.
K1 Oscar Fox.
Comment.
All right, Rich. All right, yes, vote early and often. Let's see who else we got waiting in the wings. Come on in.
Whiskey 0, Whiskey Mike Mike.
KD2DK.
What? I just marked.
All right, let's see. I got a 2EJ. Give me that thing again.
KD2, come again?
Kilo Delta number 2. Delta Kilo.
Go, Bob.
All right, I got it that time. KD2DK, and who else do we got?
Well, you missed Mark last time in W0WMM. I guess he was sneezed and lost his turn, but he'll get it this time, I guess.
Oh, we missed Mark? Oh, my goodness. And I think I heard another station in there. Who's the other station? Let me write that down, and we'll get Mark.
November 2, Mike Sierra.
All right, Mike, welcome aboard. I missed Mark, huh? Oh, boy. Mark, well, why don't you take a turn, and then we'll take care of the rest of the tail enders here. Go ahead, Mark.
All right, this is Whiskey 0, Whiskey Mike Mike. Yeah, I had a sneezing attack, and I looked up, and my turn's gone. So, anyway, thank you, Ted, and thank you, Rich. Rich, great job on the bowling. You know, if you can get it down to the end of the lane, then that's all it takes, my friend. So, not much going on here. Lots of leaves, and I'm trying to figure out a new method of getting rid of all the leaves, and I'm almost thinking about buying a flamethrower, but the neighbors probably wouldn't appreciate that. So otherwise, just trying to take care of stuff around the house. The county that I live in is having a drought. We are, like some of the ponds and lakes around here are about 2 to 3 feet below what they should be. People that have wells are having the pool guy come out and fill up their well. So I'm praying for a lot of snow. That's all I got to say. So anyway, with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Ted, K1 QAR from Whiskey 0, Whiskey Mike Mike.
All right, Mark. Well, let's see. Let's get back to KD2DK. You got it, and you give it to Mike Sierra after you're done. Over.
Roger. Good evening, everyone. Kilo Delta 2 Delta Kilo. My name is Bob. Bravo, Oscar Bravo. And I'm located in Leroy, which is between Buffalo and Rochester. So, anyways, I always forget about this nut, and tonight I remembered it, and I'm here. Not very often I'm here, but anyways, I had to go to the shop today to take the car back because it threw a code, the EVAP code last week, and they fixed that, but the code came back, and I took it over there this morning, and they looked it over and found a broken wire, fixed the broken wire, and the lights off, and we're good to go. So, but you know, and I told the guy, I said, you know, these newer cars, you can't do anything with them anymore, because I had an old 93 Ranger that the engine light came on, and I just take the battery terminal off and wait about a minute, put it back on, and the light's off. So the newer ones, you can't do that. You got to get in there with your little dongle and do all that kind of good stuff to it. So anyways, I'll turn it back to net control, KD2DK.
All right, Bob. Yeah, I don't want to buy a new car. These computerized cars scare the bejesus out of me. Mike, N2MS, it's yours. Go ahead.
A1QAR, this is November 2, Mike, it's 6 Sierra, and I am running low-powered QRP with a micro-bit X version 6 here, running about maybe 10 to 6 watts to 12 watts PEP,
I was just curious if people could hear me. I got to keep it short here because we got a call from my daughter up in Massachusetts, and she is looking for a home there. So I have to see what lot. I wish everyone a nice week here, and the conditions are I'm expecting are good. With that proposal, the end of the notice period is November 28th, so we should find out the outcome after that date. Anyway, back to you, Ted. Ted, K1QAR, November 2, Mike Sierra.
All right, Mike, yeah. And I'm not going to hold my breath after the 28th because you know how government works. Anybody else for the caboose slot here on the short and sweet net? Go ahead.
Yep, W2JWW.
Okay, Juliet Whiskey. You got instant service. Go ahead.
Hey, good evening, Ted. I don't know who the other station was, the M2 station, the QRP, but I'm hearing them fine here in Moravia, New York, which is south of Syracuse and north of Ithaca. And it's my first time checking in quite a while because I've been really busy at the garage, but I'll say hi to Louie. Hi, Lou. And I heard Rich on there talking about his blowed-up mower. So just tell me what kind of an engine is, Rich, and maybe I got a motor. You ain't going to get anybody cut your grass for $2,000, I'll tell you that. Not for the whole season. I spent more than that over the camper this year. Anyway, maybe you'll get lucky and find somebody. And hi, Louie, and hello to the rest of that. Ted, go ahead. W2JWW in Moravia, New York.
All right there in the Empire State. Anybody else before we go to the top? Come now. Any relays? All right, Larry, get set. It's coming all the way up to you. Over.
K1QAR in the short and sweet net. This is W2LB, Larry out in Farmington, New York. All right, guys. Wow, quite a few check-ins here tonight. And I think Mike N2MS was saying he had to leave here shortly, but he's running QRP with a microbitics, 15 watts. Hey, you're an S9 signal, perfect copy, good quality audio. I don't have any problem with your signal at all. I have a microbitics myself. I haven't used it in a while. We'll have to fire that thing up again. I sort of forgot all about it. Put it back in the closet and just haven't resurrected it again. But yeah, I guess it works down here on this band as well. So that's cool. All right, let's see. Bill, WXU, you were about an S8. Rich, K10F, plus 20. KD2DK, Bob, you were an S9 here tonight. Good evening. Good to hear you on. Glad I heard you on 6 meters, and glad you switched over to here and tuned in. Because it was just before the net started. Whiskey Zero Mike, or Whiskey Mike. Mark, you're 15 over. JWW, yeah, you got a great signal. What can I say? You're 15 over. And let's see, I don't have too much else to add here. Sounds like propagation is doing its thing for us tonight. And look forward to another night. So we'll scoot it over to, who am I scooting it over to? N2XSG? No, W2FBS. It's W2LB.
All right, sir. W2LB and short and sweet, and that looks like Jim DEV got off the software. I hope he's going to be there. Maybe not. Anyway, My friend arrived home and she said she didn't spend any money. She just bought a pair of sneakers. My goodness. For all that time out there shopping. You know, us guys that go out there and put a pair of shoes on, and they look good. They fit all right. Bye. We'll see you later. They take a little while to make a decision. Everybody's coming in really well here. I copied everybody. Don up at Gardner and Bill of Nashville and everybody else. And Mike with the N2MS copied 100%. Not a problem copying anybody this morning. And Mike, JWW, good evening to you. Sounding good up here. Hopefully you'll get your stuff done in the shop and you can get down to the Carolinas. N2XSG, Mr. Lou, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. N2XSG here. And let's see, good afternoon to Bob and Mike and Mike. And Bill, I did copy Bill enough to decide that he had 15, he was at 15 watts and 80-degree day. That's about all I got out of that conversation, Bill, but welcome aboard down there in Nashville. So, Rich, K1OF, yes, it's an ongoing thing for the last 8-9 years. It's 6 months, I call it a 6-month leash. It's a ball and chain, it's a leash, as you well know. So anyways, but everything is cool. Everything is very, very good. We're surviving it, the whole thing. Both wife and I are in the same boat, actually, so our appointments are almost together. Let me see, what else is going on? Not much. Got 12 check-ins, Ted, looks like, for episode 236 right now. So I'll keep it moving. I'm not sure if Jim is going to be there. If not, if Jim doesn't answer up, I guess it goes to GGL. N2JEB to take it. N2XSG.
Thank you, Lou. Yeah, I was messing around with NetLogger, and it logged me out, and I had to log back in. So it was me playing around on this end. So, yeah, I was just looking at other nets, and it logged me out of this session, and I wish it wouldn't do that. But that's the way it goes at times. Oh, my goodness there. Now, the one down in Nashville, I believe it is, I actually could hear him tonight. I actually hear everyone halfway decent tonight. So the conditions are pretty good. They're up and down a little bit, but at least I can hear. So, my goodness, and I didn't do anything. I didn't do much of anything today. Okay, with that, we'll turn it on over to Don, WB1 GGL, N2JB.
Yeah, N2JB. WB1 GGL. I ain't got too much more to add to anything. Good stuff. But on the league, as far as weeds go, I just had a guy come over. And I got about 2 acres of lawn there. And ended up cleaning a lot of leaves up because I got a lot of maple and oak. And there's still a bunch of leaves still on the trees up here. And usually by this time of year, most of them are gone. But for some reason, they're hanging around. So he come in and cleaned up the driveway and the front lawn and the back lawn and stuff. So I got that all cleaned up, which is good. And he might have to come back one more time. I don't know. Depending if it don't, as long as it don't snow or anything. If not, he ought to take care of it in the spring when the snow is gone. So that's about it from here. And I don't know who I'm supposed to be turning this over to. If it's Mark or back to Ted there, I don't know. I get screwed up on these round tables, so I'll turn it over to Ted there. K1QAR WB1GGL. Yeah, let's see if Mark is on the spot at the moment. Mark, it's yours.
All right, Whiskey Zero, Whiskey Mike, I'm going to jump in here and not sneeze this time. So, it is great getting back on here, and this has got to be one of my favorite, this and the Breakfast Club, and I need to do better, Rich. I'll try to be there more often, but anyway, so it's been great catching up with everybody, and hopefully tomorrow there's no wind, and I'm going to get out and do a little tree fishing to find out where I'm going to put the next antenna up. So I'm going to be one and done, so 7-3 to everybody, and I'll turn it over to November Tango 7, Juliet. Don, over to you.
Okay, Whiskey Zero, Whiskey Mike, MT7J. Well, 73, everyone. And, I was going to mention that the Tennessee station and the QRP station was doing quite well into this QTH today. So, anyway, the band has recovered quite well after last night. So, 73, and we'll catch you all later. Thanks for letting me pop in here tonight. And, we'll turn it over to KG4, Whiskey X-Ray Uniform, MT7J.
KG4WXU.
I've been monitoring on the YouTube thing. I accidentally discovered it. It's kind of neat. I don't do. Hadn't done that longer, but I guess I don't know whether I put it on this tablet or not. But I did hear y'all on the YouTube. That's kind of nice. I got everybody real good that way. Over.
Hey, Bill, real good. I think you turned it over a go. I guess it's up to Rich.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry I'm not hearing Bill too well. I've got a really high noise level, but everyone else is really pounding in tonight. The later hour really helps. Hey, Mark, when you got done sneezing, I'm laughing when you said tree fishing. Oh, my gosh, that's a perfect description. I've been out in my front yard, and I know the neighbors don't have a clue of what I'm doing. I use the slingshot or whatever, and I'm out there with my fishing pole, and of course they don't see the line. I can hardly see it, and I'm sure they wonder what is wrong with that guy, standing there in the yard, staring into the sky with a fishing pole. So, anyway, good luck. I hope your neighbors don't look at you like mine did. I don't know if they did, but I'm just saying that's a great description. Never heard of that before. Anyway, Blue, one comment. Okay, I hear you. I took my 6-month checkup a few weeks ago, and I'm glad it sounds good. We'll cover that at another time, but glad things sound good enough. There were some other comments I don't really remember. I don't take all that many notes, so it's hard to remember everything. But everyone sounds good. I'll make this my 73 round. Looking at the clock, it's the time to keep it short and sweet. So with that, I'm going to turn it on my list to Bob up near Buffalo, who has a good signal. Everyone's got one. And Mike, your QRP rig sounds great here in Connecticut. No trouble. KD2 DK, K1 Oscar Fox. 7-3's all.
Yeah, very good. 7-3 to you. And I really don't have too much to add here. I'll make this my 7-3 round as well. I'm hearing everybody quite nicely, including the QRP and the other, I think it's the other 4 station. They're coming in here pretty good. So catch you all later, everybody. Have a good one. 7-3s, KD2DK.
N2MS.
Hey, Mike, it's yours. N2MS. JWW. Looks like it's going back to you. Mike must have vacated. Over.
Hey, D'Agostino, where are you?
I'm here. I didn't hear me get called. I heard call M2DK or whoever.
Your turn.
Okay. Very good. My turn. Say hi to Rich. Good to hear you, my friend. And let me know what kind of motor you need, and if I can, I'll get you one. I'm pretty cheap over here at used motors on Mower Junkyard over here at Summer Hill. There's all kinds of motors. Kohlers, there's Kawasaki's, there's twins, there's single cylinders. There's all of them. I just bought a 350 engine today for a pickup truck for a fella I got to put in for him. And I got a hell of a deal on it, only $500. Everybody else wanted $1,400, $1,500 for a Chevy V8. And
this one happened to be a 1993, and the fellow had a 94 engine and a red truck, and he told me the engine, so that's cool. 73 stall, W2JWW, back to you there, Ted. And 73 to you, and thanks for running the net, Ted. That new too, Rich.
All right. We got any last minute 73 round check-ins? Come on in. Oh, okay. Any relays? Okay, the net is closed. 73, y'all.
So long, everybody. W2FBS.
Good night, Rich. Thanks, Ted. K10F clear.
Thanks, Ted. Take care. W2LB.
Good night, all. N2XSG.
Good night, all, N2JB.
What great signals we had tonight.
Yeah, it certainly was like this morning, and the 75 meter band was nuts. We have a G2 maintained by magnetic storm, and it's gone now. And boy, my noise level is F4 here now.
Now, Henry was calling earlier. I don't know. I didn't hear anything from him during the net, though. I don't know if he's still listening or not.
I didn't hear him at all.
He must, it's late for him. I don't know if they got that time deal that we got, so it must have been real late for him.
Yeah. All right, guys, 73s. I'm going to shut it down and go see what the XYL's doing. W2FBS, is he clear? See some of you tomorrow morning. W2FBS.
K1QAR. You still there, Ted?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, how about sending me an email on the list of the guys that was in there tonight. Did you write everything down, or you didn't? Over.
Oh, yeah, I sort of kind of wrote it down, but it's a little bit, disorganized, if you know what I mean. It's tough with the pencil and paper with everything changing and the high noise level. Over.
Yeah, I understand that. No problem. Yeah, I run into the same thing here and stuff. It's just one of those things, I guess. Can't win them all, and stuff. But so is somebody running a net logger on there? One of the guys there, what was it? Was it Rich? Is he running a net logger to log the calls and stuff? Over.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't have any of that software stuff. I don't have the internet out here in the barn, so I write down, and if somebody forgets who they got it handed to, I can usually give them a prompt.
Yeah, I understand. I do a lot of scratching on paper and stuff. I do keep a paper log, but I don't have any, sometimes I don't even log it. But as far as using the computer, no, I do have a computer in the shack here, but it's just for looking up calls here and stuff. Sometimes I screw up writing down whatever it is and have a hard time shuffling through it there, and I punch it in the computer, make sure I got it right, if you know what I mean there. But other than that, it's the only time I really use it there on QRZ there. Ted, over.
Yeah, well, I don't have one here in the shack because there's no internet. And without internet, the computer is kind of like, it's like a dog with missing leg.
Yeah, it's like a dead fish.
Anyway, my son is informing me that dinner is on the table and getting cold, so I'm going to have to shut this old KWM2 off and give it a rest.
Okay, 7-3's there, Ted. K1QAR, WV1GGL, Sonic Clear.
Yeah, and boy, it sure is nice after the storm. Boy, the signal sure come through real nice. Maybe tomorrow we'll still get a little bit of this sunshine.
Yeah, with any luck.
Anyway, K1QAR, I'm going to close down unless there's some other business.
Nothing here on this end. Whiskey Bravo 1 Golf Wheel shutting down.
Well, rains tomorrow.
WB1GGL from
Yeah,
W2LB.
the creek don't rise, and all the rest. This is K1QAR, pulling the plug.
Somebody was calling my call. I didn't catch it. Over.
Yeah, W1GGL from W2LB. Were you looking for a list of the attendees tonight?
Yeah, that'd be good if you can do it. And my email is, if you go to QRZ there, it's on there, and email and stuff, address and stuff. Over.
Okay, I'll type in the list that I've got. I think it's pretty close. Yeah, Rich, W2FBS, puts it on. He posted everything on NetLogger, and I looked at it from N3 or K3CLR. K3CLR has a net scraper, and Rich went ahead and posted the short and sweet net on it. But okay, let's see here. Yeah, Don, I will go ahead and look your call up, and I'll give you the list that I have. I penciled it down, and we'll pass that along to you. So, okay, great. There you go. 7-3 for now. W2LB, Larry, in Farmington.
Yeah, W2LB, thank you very much. I think Rich is it? I don't know. I wrote your name down here somewhere. Scribbling all over the place. I appreciate it there, and like I said, it's WB1GGL at roadrunner.com. This stuff. So you take care, 7-3s, and maybe catch you tomorrow night. I don't get on every night, but whenever around they do. So take care and stay out of the hot sun.
Oh, no. I have Roadrunner as well, but it's Rochester.rr.com. You're just plain old Roadrunner.com. Okay, Don. We'll send you my list here in a little bit.
On QRZ there. Over.
Oops, I was doubling with someone.
What was that?
I think I was doubling with someone. Were you talking to me, Don?
Yeah, I was talking to you. I said, it's on QRZ. They pick it up there also.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we got you. All right. Well, we'll send you a list here in a little bit. W2LB.
Yep, thank you very much. 7-3, WB1GGL signing clear.